Hey everybody, welcome to Rebootleggers. This is a comedy podcast where we reboot a lot of things that don't need reboots. I'm Scott Owen.
I'm Frank Serra.
I'm Rebecca, and I'm just here.
Whoa! That's right.
Just jumping in.
That's right. Rebecca's back for a third time. You know what that means, listeners. I now have two best friends.
Oh my god.
So this is pretty big for all of us, I think. Pretty big for all of us. In keeping with Rebecca's commandeering of the podcast, we're gonna reboot a movie about her great grandpa, Jack Frost.
Yeah, how did you know?
I don't know. You kind of look
Is that
like
enough
him.
greats?
I don't know. How old is Jack Frost? What's the movie called, though, real quick?
Oh, it's called The Rise of the Guardians.
Not to be confused with Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole.
Or is it?
The
Wait, is that what that
Legend
movie is
of the
called?
Guardian, Rise
of Ga'Hoole.
of the Ga'Hoole.
Wait, it's called Rise of Ga'Hoole? I thought it was called The Owls of Ga'Hoole.
The Owls of Ga'Hoole is the name of the book series, but the movie did The Legend of the Guardian.
No, it's
I
not
love
the-
hearing furious typing in the background as someone tries to prove the other one
The
wrong.
Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole
But
is a movie.
It's weird to me that it's not called The Legend of the Guardians. It's just called Legend
just
of the
Legend
Guardians.
of the
It
Guardians.
feels wrong.
To be fair, it's just called Rise of the Guardians as well. There's not
Well,
a
yeah, but rise is also a verb.
Mhm.
Although, but in this case, it is not. But also, we're doing Rise of the Guardians because every time any one of us mentioned Legend of the Guardians, someone would say, wait, is that the one about Jack Frost? And it felt right. It felt right. I have not seen this movie. In a weird twist, I'm you today, audience. And Frank and Rebecca are going to be carrying me while I eat grapes or something, like the hedonism bot, on his thing.
You shouldn't eat during a podcast recording, Scott.
Why is the hedonism bot eating?
Well, robots eat in Futurama for some reason. It's just a thing. Rebecca, have you not seen Futurama?
No, I have.
So, just one of you, if you wouldn't mind, please.
I don't remember him eating. I remember him rubbing the food on his
He
body.
does do that. No, he always has grapes, and he does that thing that all the robots do where their mouth, slides away, and he just drops grapes into it.
Okay.
Yeah, and Bender's always, pouring beer liquid down his gullet.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the
yeah,
beer liquid is
I remember
fuel.
the alcohol.
Robots
'cause it's
can't
the
run without
fuel.
alcohol, which is...
Anyway, we're not
right.
rebooting Futurama.
No, Futurama
No,
is
it's perfect.
Whoa. But if one of you could just go ahead and give me a quick summary of this movie I know nothing about, that would be great.
All right, so all of your favorite childhood legends are there, and the boogeyman shows up.
I
And
was going to ask if the boogeyman was in it.
yeah, in my notes, actually, all in caps, I say, LOL, the boogeyman, and it's Jude Law. And he's trying to scare all the children into not believing into creatures like Santa and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy. Because if the children don't believe, then they are rendered powerless, kind of.
They die,
But they still
though.
exist.
Okay.
No, they still exist. They're
Yeah,
just
they
rendered
just suck.
powerless. Yeah.
So what's his strategy? Just to
Oh,
It's like
there's
psychological
teeth, Scott.
warfare. It's psychological warfare, really.
Okay.
First, because they never really go into it. Is he like the brother of Sandman? Because he
Yeah, they don't.
takes over children's dreams and gives them nightmares, and then they wake up. They're like, "Whoa, that was scary. Guess I don't believe in the Tooth Fairy no more."
Yeah, that's
So he's doing an Inception is what's happening.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there's one time he goes and so the Tooth Fairy, right? She's learned how to delegate, and she's got all these worker Tooth Fairy bugs, and he kidnaps them.
They're
Bugs?
hummingbirds.
They're hummingbirds.
Birds?
But he kidnaps them, and so the next day, all the children who have teeth under their pillow wake up, and there's like, what? There's no money here. I guess there's no Tooth Fairy.
Oh, that's
And I'm supposed to believe that all the children of the world lose their teeth on a Thursday night, and then
the same Thursday.
the same Thursday.
Okay. Interesting.
And this movie has the same issue as every Christmas movie with Santa, right? Which is like, do the parents just let
No parent questions.
no
the
parent
presents.
is putting $1 under a pillow. They just all
Right.
are like, yeah, the Tooth Fairy does it.
Right. Or
Like-
yeah, I always wondered that in those Christmas movies, how no parent, there's never a scene where a parent looks at another parent and goes, "Did you buy that? We need to talk. And the other parent's like, no, I didn't fucking buy that. I thought you did. So nobody's concerned that their children are spawning money.
No,
Okay.
well, I mean, because it would just be that the parents also grew up with this.
Oh, that's
and so they're
true.
just used to it being done for them because that's how it was when they were kids.
At no point. Okay. So he kidnaps the tooth fairy. What do the hummingbirds do? Do they take the teeth?
They take the teeth in exchange for money.
Yeah, they're just like employees.
Oh, right. Okay, so I forgot that you put the tooth under your pillow. I was imagining hummingbirds flying in and removing teeth from children's mouth, and it was terrifying.
No, but this movie does set up like a kind of a weird ideal that teeth is currency.
Okay,
And so
I'm into this.
the boogeyman goes and like steals a bunch of teeth. I'm assuming so that he can be the richest man in the world.
All right, this is some Jordan Shively stuff.
Yeah, it's weird.
I can't stress enough that this is like act 2 of the movie is like teeth and like what to do with teeth and finding the teeth and getting teeth.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like this is not like something that we're just, pinpointing on. This is
Because teeth
this
are
is
currency.
the first big conflict is teeth.
And then the movie takes a weird side quest where all the teeth hummingbird employees have been kidnapped, but in order to make sure that the children of the world still believe, all the guardians round up to help the tooth fairy gal, and they're like, okay, I guess we'll go collect all of the teeth of the world. And at one point they run out of money, so they go to a laundromat to get American quarters and then go back. Oh, because what happened is Santa's going around collecting teeth, and he's like, look at my big old bag of teeth. And Santa, by the way, is Alec Baldwin working like overtime
On a with a Russian accent.
What?
Oh yeah, he is like working overtime to sell
Oh my
this.
god.
So Santa's like, check out my big bag of teeth, and Tooth Fairy's
Gross.
like, awesome. Did you remember to put a coin underneath instead to replace the teeth? And he's like, what? And so then they have to go to a laundromat, get American quarters, and then go back and correct their work.
Okay, so it's like an Avengers Endgame situation, kind of, without the time travel.
Yeah, like if the Avengers went to the laundromat to get quarters.
I think I'm Santa. This is my big bag of teeth. That's like a one-line horror story. Like that. I mean, that could be a complete story in its own, just that one sentence. But that also, there is a lot of room there. So I'm interested in that. Also, I gotta say, being on the other end of the movie summary is wild.
That's only part A of the Tooth Fairy's job, because
What?
part B is a lot more ephemeral. So children's teeth store like happy childhood memories in them,
Oh God.
and the Tooth Fairy, she can like use a child's tooth to like share happy childhood memories, and like ostensibly her job is like, if that person later in life is like losing belief or magic or is depressed, she can like remind them that they used to be
With their
happy.
teeth? So she goes and shoves their tooth back into their mouth?
I don't know. I don't know if she uses the tooth.
Is this like
But so there's this whole thing where Jack has amnesia.
Oh no, does he think he's somebody else?
Yeah, my note regarding that is, LOL, what the fuck happened to Jack that he's got to get mind wiped?
Jack has amnesia, and so he also wants to find his own baby teeth.
Oh,
and
he just
remember,
has amnesia from the beginning. It's not like
Yeah.
Oh.
He wants to find his own baby teeth, but he can't, and like they try to help him do
Christ,
that.
that
and it's,
is
like, a side
also
thing.
that's a fucking like horror character. Like that is
Also-
the thing you tell kids to scare them. Watch out for Jack Frost. He's looking for his baby teeth.
Well, and my note immediately after that is, big burly man breaks into your house to collect teeth, which is the premise of Santa going around to collect baby teeth.
So Santa's burly. He's not jiggly.
No,
No,
he's
jacked.
buff, and he's got these tattoos on his arms that say, so on his one arm he's got naughty, and on the other arm he's got nice. And
like big forearm tattoos.
and my one note is, Santa, my man, are you right-handed and you named your right hand naughty?
Or are those like are those the names of his fists, so that when he gets in a fight, he can put them up and say like, maybe when he punches you with his left hand, he says like, looks like you're on the naughty list. I don't know, but that's incredible. This movie was directed by Peter Ramsey, who's one of the directors of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So I guess he just needed to get like something out of his system before he did something truly incredible.
Listen, we all make mistakes.
Yeah, we've all been there. What's the boogeyman doing while they're all running around, like collecting teeth?
It's just being real spooky. And honestly, I think it is just Jude Law in a room riffing.
Just making sounds and... Ugh. Okay, so I'm looking up a picture of Santa from this movie, and first I will say it's weird that he doesn't have a... Like, I think it's weird that he's not wearing a hat. Like, I don't know. He looks too smooth. I can't put it to words.
He looks too smooth.
It's just
I like
looking
my
at him.
Santa bumpy.
Okay, so the Santa, you weren't kidding though. He is, he's got girth. Okay, so then does the Tooth Fairy, I assume the boogeyman, does he like get wind of their plan and come to stop them? What does the Easter Bunny do? Is the Tooth Fairy this person who looks like a hummingbird?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
she's like a part, like she has a human face and like,
I was
hands and
imagining
stuff.
like a kindly old lady. Like
No.
like from
No, it's
Chowder.
Ela Fisher, and she's obsessed with teeth.
Okay, like in a like a real unsettling way.
Yeah, like she will just go up to people, pry open
Yeah.
their mouths, and say, "Wow, what fabulous
Lord.
teeth you have."
Oh, God.
When she's introduced to Jack, she just grabs his face and like opens him up and just really looks in there.
Is the Easter Bunny Australian?
He is, and here's my beef with the Easter Bunny. So when we are first introduced to the Easter Bunny, we see him painting an egg, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then later, it's Easter, and so they're like, okay, well, we gotta go, like, save Easter so the children don't stop believing in Easter bunnies. But
Which was already one of the weak, the Easter Bunny is not one of the top couple strong belief centers, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think a lot of kids don't actually think there's a legitimate Easter Bunny.
But what's weird is, so when we first meet him, he's seen painting an egg.
Right.
But then later, we see the eggs, I don't know, grow on trees or something,
Ugh.
and they've all got little legs. So they, like, walk
Okay.
themselves to their hiding places around the world. So you're telling me in that opening scene, Easter Bunny's painting a corpse?
A corpse, or just is he doing like he just hold very still, and then he makes the Easter egg. Sorry.
Do chickens
They
not lay
hide them-
eggs?
No, the Easter Bunny lays the eggs, Frank.
Well, no,
It's a
he
whole-
grows them on a tree, right?
Right? They don't really establish it.
And you said the eggs walk to their own hiding places?
Yes.
Where do
correct.
the feet come from? Where do they put their feet?
On the ground.
But they break their shells? Like, do feet come out of the eggs?
Oh my god, guess what the Easter Bunny's name is?
Gerald. No.
No. Aster Bunnymund.
Fuck that shit. You know how I knew he's Australian? Because he's holding two boomerangs. He seems like he's more of an Easter kangaroo.
Oh, he's also Hugh Jackman, so that helps.
Oh, Hugh Michael Jackman.
Doing his native.
Aster Bunnymund. So what do they call him?
Easter? I actually don't know.
I don't know if they ever like. I don't know if
Oh
any
no, I think they
character
call him
refers to
Bunnymund.
each other.
I think they call him Bunnymund.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So I looked at, I'm on a page. I searched Rise of the Guardians Easter Bunny. I'm on the Google top results. In the right-hand box, it does say he's just Bunnymund, fictional character. People also search for North. Is that a thing? Is North a person in this movie?
No.
The concept of North?
Santa's name in the movie is Nicholas North.
What the fuck
Oh,
do they
maybe.
think they're
But, like-
doing with this? Also, people also searched for Jack's sister.
That's a spoiler, actually.
Oh, is she his baby teeth?
There's still one more Guardian we haven't gotten to first.
The moon? Are we talking about the moon?
Oh, I was gonna say the Sandman.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about the Man on the Moon. I don't think he's a Guardian.
The man in the moon is what I call the game master.
Oh.
He is the one. He is the puppeteer pulling all of the strings.
Is he the true villain?
No.
Truthfully, I think so.
But Frank says no.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Rebecca actually watched the movie.
So what does he do?
I watched it
Rebecca?
like 5 or
Is
6
he,
years ago.
Is he compelling the boogeyman?
He is the Charlie to the Guardians Angels.
Yes, that is actually.
He calls them
the
and he goes, "We
best.
need the Guardians again, guys," and then they assemble.
Okay. And then that's it. He doesn't like help out in any way. Does he give them gadgets?
He brings them the new guardian, Jack Frost.
Oh, Jack's the new one. What are they guarding?
Children's happiness.
Belief?
Their own power,
Teeth?
it sounds like. It sounds like their own
Teeth.
powers.
Children's teeth.
Okay, so how do they defeat the boogeyman? And I am curious to know about the Sandman. Is it, I know this is asking for a lot, but is it like Neil Gaiman's Sandman?
It is the opposite.
No, he's just like a little guy. He's actually like more like Spider-Man.
He's little.
He's just this little dude who's made of animated sand. He doesn't speak.
Did you say he's more of a Spider-Man?
Like Spider-Man's the Sandman villain.
The
Sandman.
Gotcha. I thought you were saying he's more like Spider-Man, you know?
He doesn't
Spider-Man.
have like a voice actor or anything. He like conjures little Pictionary things out of sand instead of talking.
Okay.
And he just kind of runs around with them.
But he doesn't.
He does have a brutal death about midway through.
Whoa, who kills him? Boogeyman?
Boogeyman, of course.
Yeah, there's only the one. Yeah, there's only the one guy they're really trying to go against.
How does he kill him? Like a vacuum cleaner?
Their
or
fight
what?
is also really cool because the boogie, like the Sandman does like water bending but with sand, like, and just like
So you
making
mean
shapes
sand
and weapons
bending.
and stuff. Sort of. He like makes shapes and like weapons and things like that. And the boogeyman does the same thing with like weird black nightmare smoke.
Whoa.
So the fight's
Nightmare
pretty cool.
Sand? Evil dark sand?
The movie doesn't confirm whether or not it's sand.
Frank, I just want to make sure you're aware that sandbenders are a thing. They're a type of earthbenders, so.
Yeah, I know, Scott. Actually, they're partially airbenders as well.
Okay, so so I assume they find all the teeth and it's Boogeyman got him or something, and then they fight him?
Sort of. The boogeyman gets all the teeth and wins.
Now this Google results tell me his real name is Pitch Black.
Yeah, they call him Pitch Black throughout the movie.
And that's
But
not
and
the Vin Diesel movie.
Let me tell you guys, Jude Law saying the word frost over and over again kind of does something to me.
Did you create a sample reel just so you can a nice little specific Rebecca ASMR?
Yeah, I can't share it with you guys though.
So, we're getting to the all is lost moment here. Is something that I have a real problem with. So Pitch Black wins, and he like uses his nightmares and the teeth, and he makes every child in the world simultaneously stop believing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Except for this one rando in
This
like
one stubborn,
Midwest
annoying
America,
child.
this little annoying kid named Jamie. Jamie, upon being rocked by all of these nightmares, goes, actually, I do still believe in each of the Guardians individually.
Damn.
And Jamie alone powers the entire rest of the Guardians to be able to keep fighting.
Damn, Jamie. And is Jamie Jack Frost's sister?
No, he's a modern child.
Oh, Jack Frost's sister is different. And where does she come in?
That's a whole
It's a whole thing.
thing.
Okay.
Jack Frost used to be mortal somewhere around the like unspecified 1500s.
Before they
Yeah.
had winter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So we'll get into it. Jack Frost dies in a frozen over lake, saving his sister.
Jesus.
From drowning. She fell in the ice.
And he found the ice. And so then the moon revives him however many years later and is essentially, so Jack Frost is the corpse of this human person flying around making it cold everywhere.
That's a horror story. This is all horror. That's like Jason plus Michael Keaton Jack Frost. You know where he's the snowman?
Oh my god.
You know that one, Frank?
Let's not talk about that movie.
Oh, does that not do it for you? Or does that really do it for you?
And my biggest piece of feedback of all, and I said this to you guys when I first started the movie, at the risk of sounding like a boomer, I really hate how precocious Jack Frost is.
Well, he is. Is he precocious if he's hundreds of years old?
He should definitely not be precocious if he's hundreds of years old.
You know how in every like heist movie or whatever where you're like assembling an ensemble, the people have to make like kind of like hammy comments to each other indicating that they have a past.
Oh yeah.
Of just like you're this better not be Kansas City, like stuff like that.
Remember when we had that
In the
spiral
beginning,
hand?
when Jack Frost gets introduced to like the Guardians and stuff, then he gets introduced to Santa. Jack says like, Santa, like, what, am I on the naughty list? And Santa goes, you're the top of the naughty list, but that's not why we're here. And just like, okay, I guess, like.
But also like, it seems like Santa and Jack Frost should be best friends because Jack Frost creates winter and that's Santa's.
And it's supposed to be
hand.
like the Guardians came into belief from nothing, like Tulpas from Supernatural.
Like who?
Like tulpas.
I don't remember tulpas.
A
Continue.
being formed from strong shared belief.
Oh, right, like cryptid, like the Slenderman.
Yeah, like Slenderman.
Yeah,
Not any cryptid, because some cryptids are real, like a Yeti.
And also kind of like, American gods.
American gods.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
It's supposed to be this giant, huge reveal that Jack Frost used to be mortal, and that's not how Guardians typically work. But in the very beginning of the movie, Santa says you're the top of the naughty list, and that should immediately be a hint that I guess at one point he was a human child who was on a list. Unless Santa's keeping a separate naughty list of supernatural beings that don't get gifts.
Oh, it's on his left arm or his right arm, whatever. Wait, hold up. The
lists aren't on his arms.
Are his arms the lists?
Unconfirmed.
Anyway, let's get into our first segment called Love It or Leave It.
Love me or leave me or let me be lonely.
And this is where we talk about what we're going to keep and what we're going to get rid of. Okay, team. What do you like? What do you hate? It sounds like most of it.
I say we get rid of the children.
Okay, no children.
God, the children in this movie, universally terrible.
Terrible in a behavior sort of way, or terrible in a sort of CGI children are unsettling sort of way?
Both?
Okay.
The little boy Jamie that saves the world is just like a little shit that I would not have wanted to hang out with.
And also, the little boy Jamie has this younger sister who looks like a feral child.
Okay, and so, Frank, just real quick, if you could tell me what specifically makes the little boy Jamie such a shit to hang out with?
He's just this, like, I never stop believing in you, Santa. Like,
okay, so he's
who
a narc.
says that? Like, yeah.
So he's a cop. Is he a cop?
I guess he would be. I think you have to be 18 to be a cop.
Okay, so we want to get rid of the children. Frank, what do you want to get rid of? Because that was technically Rebecca's omission.
I want to get rid of the teeth, but we have to keep it because it's literally a major plot
I
point.
really want to keep the teeth. I kind of want to lean into
we have
the
to
teeth.
keep the teeth.
Well, Frank, we can make our own major plot
I mean,
points.
you can't make Rise of the Guardians without teeth.
You can't. Look, guys, if there's one thing I know is you can't have the fucking Easter Bunny without teeth. It just doesn't work. Okay, so we're keeping teeth. What else are we keeping? Are we keeping egg corpses? Just do the feet come out of the egg, or are they on the outside of the egg?
They looks like they come out of the egg.
So it is the embryo bird inside. So these are fertilized eggs. So it's like Garfield's friend Sheldon.
Well, they're grown on a tree. There's no fertilization at any point.
And then when they get to the kids, they get hard boiled somehow.
I don't know, man. Also,
Wait, hold on a second, really quick. I'm sorry, Scott. Did you go out on the lawn and look for hard-boiled eggs?
The ones that we painted were hard-boiled eggs.
That's what you do.
Not like little plastic eggs that had like a
so to be
quarter in
fair,
them?
Frank, when we hunted for eggs, the ones we hunted for were the little plastic ones because we didn't want to potentially lose
out
a
on the
real egg.
lawn.
But the eggs you paint are the hard-boiled ones.
No, I'm tracking with that. But the eggs with feet are the ones out on the lawn that the kids search for.
But they're also the
So
ones that Hugh Jackman
their guts
painted.
are like candy and coins.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like the Summerween trickster. Okay.
Another thing that I would really love to keep is the interdimensional travel.
Whoa. Okay, that sounds fun. How do we do it?
They open up portals all over the place just to get from point A to point B.
Okay. I mean, you gotta in a global magic movie. Like, otherwise, they'd be like, we have to save the kids, and then a week later, they get to where the guy, what's his name? The boogie...
Pitch Black.
The Pitch Black. where Mountain Dew Pitch Black is hanging out, and then he's already moved on. And he's already moved on to go be in that movie with Vin Diesel. How do we feel? I can't get off teeth. I'm just imagining, how many rows of teeth does the Tooth Fairy have? Just
Like one.
Oh, really seems like she should have had more.
Like a shark? Like, what do you want?
I'm not entirely. It seems like she should be grosser. Now, Frank, you sent me a video.
You think she should have the teeth in her mouth?
What do you? I mean,
Now, are we saying that Pitch Black is a woman?
Wait, I thought you were asking if the Tooth Fairy had multiple rows of teeth.
Yeah, how many rows of teeth does the Tooth Fairy
Oh,
have?
my bad. My bad.
Hey Frank, you just sent me a video called Rise of the Guardians Easter clip, and in the screenshot I'm looking at, I just have one question. Is that a griffin?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm looking at a griffin. And who owns the griffins?
I don't remember.
Okay.
At all.
Okay. That's fine. I just is the Griffin a guardian?
I
Is
don't
that a
think
griffin, or is
so.
that one? Or those a couple of Santa's henchmen?
Oh, right. Santa uses both elves and yetis.
Hold up.
Yeah, those are
We didn't-
Yetis. Them's
Those
Yetis.
are yetis.
Them's Yetis? Oh, are they like upside down? Is that a foot?
Yeah, they're upside down.
Oh, this is disappointing. So I like that you called them henchmen. Is so Santa's kind of not nice to his boys?
That's another one of my notes. Is does Santa ever throw like employee appreciation parties?
Cause yeah, Santa's. Do they ever address how Santa doesn't make the toys? He only works one night a year. Like, what is
He's got a lot of elves that are the equivalent of rats.
fun? So okay,
They're like minions, but not fun in any way.
Mm-hmm.
here's the.
Jack Frost kills an elf, by the way.
Okay.
In the beginning of the movie, when an elf walks into the room when he first gets introduced to the Guardians, an elf walks into the room with like milk and cookies, and Jack Frost just taps it and freezes it solid, and then they just keep having their conversation.
And Santa's like, oh, thank you. Like, honestly, this is a pest infestation.
What? My workshop was just full of rats, and I couldn't get rid of them, so I just started putting hats on them. What service does Jack provide? All of the other Guardians, like Sandman
He
brings
gives
dreams,
kids like snow days.
but Winter
That is-
already did. So are we led to believe that Winter did not exist before this boy drowned in a lake? And if so, you said it was a frozen.
Well, he
lake.
doesn't bring the season of winter. He makes like snow time fun specifically for kids, like hills to sled down and like days off school.
Cool guy.
Yeah, specifically like days off school. That is like the one point that he likes to really hit home.
Yeah,
School
just-
is for squares.
yeah.
Okay, so anything else we want to keep? I know you guys had some feelings about his stick, the stick he has.
The shepherd's crook that he uses to fly for some reason.
Yeah, and you don't appreciate that he doesn't.
I just want him. He uses the staff to fly, and he does it by flying as long as he's holding it in his hand, and that just seems so boring to me.
You want him to be making.
I want him to either like ride like a skateboard, or like he has to spin it like a helicopter.
First of all,
He has to spin it like a helicopter.
First of all, Frank, it would be a snowboard. But second of all, I'm on board.
Well, it would be a flying airboard. I mean, there's no ground involved.
Well, but he is the frosty boy. Okay, so he makes the snow days. Anything else we want to keep or get rid of? Frank wants to add stick stunts, which is fine.
6 stick stunts.
I think we can just make it simpler and just stunts.
Any stunts.
There's a lot of talking, and I want stunts.
So you want to see Santa like Tokyo Drift in his sleigh? Does Santa's sleigh exist in this movie?
Yeah, he's got a
Yeah,
sleigh.
oh,
thank God.
boy, does it.
How many? He got all the reindeer?
Yeah, they're like aggressive too.
Is Rudolph there or no?
I don't think so.
Oh, Rudolph's pretty apocryphal, I've learned. Let's move on to our next segment called When and Where. And this is where we talk about setting and genre. This is where we really start to reboot this motherfucker. I kind of want to make this a horror movie about teeth. Kind of seems like it's gotta be.
I would agree. The where is kind of unnecessary as the movie takes place
Everywhere.
around the world.
Sure.
Via portal.
So where is just Earth.
Yes.
Okay. And then the when, it's only spatial portals, right? We're not doing time portals?
Correct.
Okay. I mean, are we doing time portals? They didn't do time portals.
I feel like
What if
they don't really care about time. Like,
What
for
if-
all we know, this plot took place over like a decade.
What if
That is very true.
What if like so but the little boy Jamie would have to be, older by
Only
the end
when
of it.
Pitch Black finally attacked.
Okay. Does
All right, hold on. I'm so sorry. The Guardians of Childhood book series just put out its last book last year.
Whoa.
But I want to read you the 5 book titles of the series because we're going to like the middle one.
Yes, please continue.
Book number 1 is called Nicholas North and the Battle of the Nightmare King.
Damn.
Christ, okay.
Book 2, Bunnyman and the Warrior Eggs at the Earth's Core.
Wow. Not the Earth's yolk?
Book 3, Toothiana, the Queen of the Tooth Fairy Army.
Her name's Toothiana, huh?
I don't know. Number 4 is Sandman and the War of Dreams.
Damn.
Sounds pretty good.
That sounds fucking metal.
And book 5 is Jack Frost, The End Becomes the Beginning.
Oh.
What the...
Now tell me this. At the end of the movie, does the end become the beginning?
I don't remember.
Do they get a new Guardian? Do they replace Sandman?
Well, Jack becomes like a real Guardian instead of like...
Because the
trial
children
period.
actually start to believe in him.
Yeah.
And then Sandman comes back.
Oh, okay. That's all I wanted to know. This weird little jester with a neck beard. I was like, oh, wait, no, that's a scarf. I thought, wait, is that a neck beard? Also, is he wearing a onesie?
Yeah, I mean, he's made of sand, so he's kind of wearing whatever
Well,
nothing.
it seems like he wants to be wearing a onesie.
He's wearing nothing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, does it any more setting and genre comments? This is usually a very short segment because toothy horror is pretty exciting to me.
I'm good.
Let's talk characters and casting in our next segment called Who Can It Be?
Who can it be now?
I want to know, this is a pretty star-studded celebrity cast of celebrities. You've an ensemble, as they say. We've got Alec Baldwin and the rest. I don't have IMDb up. Who else in this movie?
And the rest.
Okay, so you got Chris Pine as Jack Frost.
Not a
Let's see,
fan.
Chris Pine, Alec Baldwin, Jude Law, Ela Fisher, and Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman, Ela Fisher. Okay. Do we want... So, which Guardians are in this movie? And who do we get to play them? Frank.
You raise a great question, which is like one of the Guardians like dead and there's like a new replacement Guardian that is in this movie.
Again. So wait, so first of all...
Where it's like, ever since the battle.
So is everyone like a reboot could be, reviving a series that hasn't had any sequels, or it could be like completely redoing from the beginning. Is this a sequel or is this a...
Oh. Are we doing Rise of the Guardians 10 years later, or are we doing Rise of the Guardians a new movie?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
10 years later, the world is in ashes.
The world is in ashes. Teeth are scarce?
Teeth are currency.
Or teeth are everywhere. Like
teeth are scarce, but they are the most valuable currency.
Mm-hmm, because if you can chew, you can...
Is this like a Mad Max?
Oh my god! And the teeth are the
water is the ultimate.
Now teeth are the only currency for the supernatural.
I kind of want.
Or no,
I like teeth
Teeth
the currency
is real
of
currency.
humans. Yeah. Everybody's on the teeth train, and there is a train made of teeth.
Snowpiercer, but with teeth.
Seems like a waste of teeth.
Well,
if they're so valuable.
But that's what.
So it'd be like having a gold train.
The super rich do things like that, Frank. We got yachts inside of yachts while kids are starving.
Oh, so we're talking about like wealth disparity, like oligarchy.
I think we're going to get into all of it in this, but that's not this segment. This segment is which Guardians are in this movie and who plays those Guardians. Oh, hey, there's a screenshot of the Tooth Fairy just shoving her hands into Jack's mouth. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Can you send me that?
Yeah, buddy, I got you. Why is she a bird? Okay, I just don't. I feel like if this movie is a horror movie about teeth, the Tooth Fairy's kind of got to be the villain. And I think maybe...
So you think Toothiana has gone mad?
I think Toothiana has gone mad.
The Tooth Fairy teams up with Pitch Black,
who is resurrected, apparently. Does he die at the end of the first movie?
It's not that he...
Well, they can't die.
Yeah, they can't die. They just kind of lose all of their powers.
Okay. So he's going to get him back. So 10 years later, children are starting to have nightmares again, is what's happening. Because if he's gone, that means no nightmares, right? That's his thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know. I never really understood what his whole deal was.
I mean, I guess if we want. Okay. That kind of seems like I'm doing the original writers' jobs for them, which, is kind of half of our thing here. So which Guardian died, Frank? Do you still want a dead one? Like a dead Guardian?
I don't know.
Okay.
If Toothiana goes crazy from gingivitis or whatever, then that's good for me.
Is she dating anyone? I feel like that's an easy one. I don't necessarily want to do it, but,
she wasn't dating anybody, but I will say this: the Tooth Fairy and all of her tooth minions got a real boner for Jack Frost.
Because he has perfect teeth.
Maybe the opening of this movie is now. Also, how does he have perfect teeth? He was a child from the 1500s. His teeth would be rotted to shit.
He died when he was like 8. I think
his teeth would have been rotted to shit before he was 4. Frank, it was the 1500s.
Well, he clearly doesn't have the exact same body, or else it'd be rotting, right? He got revived.
Yeah, the moon works in mysterious ways.
The moon gave him new teeth. Is the moon made of teeth?
Oh my god!
No, it's clearly made of cheese.
In this movie, it's made of cheese. So what if our next
in real
movie,
life, it's made of cheese.
The Tooth Fairy and Jack Frost have started a little something, but at the very beginning of this movie is Jack Frost just getting killed. Dead Jack Frost.
Who's the main character? The main character dies.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, that's, we're shaking it up for the reboot. Hey, real quick, how come you guys didn't tell me that Santa has swords?
No, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's my bad.
That seems pretty significant.
I mean, they all have something they fight with.
What does the Tooth Fairy fight with, Frank?
She, like, uses the hummingbirds as, like, little throwing daggers.
Frank, I just need to stress...
like Chinese throwing stars.
According to this screenshot, those are not hummingbirds. Those are tiny little Tooth Fairies who have very long noses.
Yeah, I mean, they, like, flutter around,
What's the difference?
Well, one is a hummingbird with a human face... and another
if you want to get
bird.
super technical, those are all offshoot extensions of her body that go away when she dies.
Oh, they come out of her?
Well, no, it's like a metaphysical thing. Like they're slivers of her infinity.
What?
Frank, are you?
I'm bringing Mistborn into this.
You're bringing Sanderson into this. Okay. Gross.
They're parts of the Tooth Fairy's central.
If she dies,
whole.
they die, is what you're telling me.
They're portions of her power.
You're making it sound like that she is a living hive of hummingbird people, and it's grossing me out, buddy.
No, okay. Magically, yes, but physically, no.
Ugh. 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 Nah.
I don't understand anything that's happening.
It's like, imagine if you clipped your fingernail, and then your fingernail got up and started helping you do chores around the house.
I hate all of this.
I don't even know where to go.
Are we keeping the same ensemble cast, or are we trying to bring in some new blood?
If we're gonna do these people's equivalents, so instead of Hugh Jackman, we're gonna get a Hemsworth.
Oh yes.
Instead of Ela Fisher, we're gonna get, who's the one I always confuse her with?
Is it Amy Adams?
Amy Adams. Jude Law. We're gonna get Benedict Cumberbatch.
Ah.
Alec Baldwin. We're definitely gonna get some Mel Gibson and Chris Pine. Any one of the other Chris's.
Well, we already got a Chris Hemsworth.
Right. So
you want to put 2 Chris's in a movie? I mean,
yeah.
the Avengers did it. Do we just get Chris Evans? It feels like more of a step up.
Are we allowed to
step
use all these
sideways
Marvel people in a DreamWorks movie?
Here's the thing.
Here, give me the thing.
Here's the thing. I super love Chris Evans, and I am on the fence about Chris Pine. And how I feel about Jack Frost, I really hate his precociousness. So I feel like we got to get a Chris that I really dislike. So we got to get Chris Pratt.
Ah, the Prattster. Okay. Man, he kind of turned out to be a bummer.
Yeah, I know.
But in like even the most bummer way, it's like
if you're gonna be a bummer, like go hard. Don't just be like Jesus-y.
Yeah. Is there a villain? Or I want the Tooth Fairy to be the villain in this, but we don't have to do that. But that's what I'm bringing to the next segment. But we do got to put the Sprouses in here somewhere. Is there like a twin guardian we could make? Is there a legendary thing that is two boys who could be a villain or a hero?
What about like a sugar plum fairy that rots teeth?
Oh, there we go.
Also, Scott,
yeah,
we don't actually need to play things that straight, because the Guardians are like, you can be a guardian of pretty much whatever. So like Jack Frost, when he finally gets promoted, is the guardian of fun.
Hell.
Like, you can just be the guardian of whatever.
All right. Well, I mostly meant like, can we get another Fable
we can just
character?
make one.
You just want to make one, and it'll be. But I didn't mean guardian necessarily. I just meant like Fable creature who's in this movie, because I was anticipating the Sprouses being villains this time around.
Yeah, so like what are two things that are like real bad for your teeth? And they can be like
Like soda.
yes. Soda and candy.
Soda and candy.
Soda and candy. So this is a Halloween-based fear movie.
It's a Halloween-based fear movie made by the Dental Association of America.
Yeah, so Toothiana goes mad after, like, near Halloween, she does take teeth that have, like, normal sugar on them, but now it's, like, the equivalent of supernatural nuclear waste because sugar and candy have just slimed these teeth.
And she get
Goes
rotted?
mad.
And
She has to absorb the tooth's power to gain the child's memories.
Oh, but she's absorbing tooth
So it's
rotting
like being
thing.
infected.
The villain's plot is to corrupt the tooth fairy so that they can control the teeth.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Let's go ahead and just get into our but real quick, so soda and candy, they're just like elementals made of soda and candy.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Or like
I'm into it.
Like it's very colorful.
And it feels exactly the kind of thing that a like 45-year-old white man dentist would come up with for the villain of a movie about good oral hygiene. Hey, let's get into our final segment. Yeah, final segment. What's going on? And this is where we plot this bitch out. So soda and candy are theirs because is in this futuristic hellscape, tooths are currency still.
But is the value going down
Yes.
because they're all rotting away?
Is the tooth economy collapsing?
Oh, we're trying to.
The tooth economy.
Is this a supernatural The Big Short?
Oh
You guys
my
haven't
God.
seen The Big Short?
About
or-
the
No, I
housing
have.
market. I was
I
thinking
have.
of the CW show again, and I was like, when does that happen?
Does Robert De Niro just walk out and say what they don't want you to know about teeth and just start teaching us about the economy?
Yeah, but is that
Yeah, and then Margot Robbie is there.
kind of losing the
in a
horror
bathtub full of
vibe though?
teeth.
If it just becomes, I want it to be. We're doing a horror movie here, Frank. Can you turn that into a horror movie?
Is it not
The
scary?
Big Short. The Big Short's already pretty scary.
Yeah, but I want it to be scary for people who, like, you're making it adult
For people who
scary.
don't understand economics.
You guys are making it scary in a anxiety crushing in a crushing anxiety sort of way, not in a I'm afraid someone's gonna stab my teeth kind of way.
I also do want to, before we start getting tweets, I did say Robert De Niro for some reason. He is not in The Big Short.
You meant his brother, the other De Niro, who is in The Big Short. It's Steve
also
Carell,
not.
right?
Steve Carell, Christian Bale, Ryan Gosling, Brad Pitt.
Selena
Are you
Gomez is there.
Are you sure? What?
Yeah,
What's
there's
she
a bunch
doing
of-
there? Does she?
She's
act?
explaining the money crisis.
Oh, all right, Selena. Okay, so 10 years later, real quick, what's Jack Frost look like? The same, I guess, because he's looked the same.
I guess
for...
the same, yeah.
But we've
'cause
got to
they're
show
immortal.
that time has passed. Does he have a new hoodie?
Yeah.
Is he wearing
probably has a new
shoes
hoodie.
now?
Or he's like listening to an iPod.
Oh.
I imagine he keeps up with the times.
Do you think? Okay, so
He's the guardian of fun, so he has like a Nintendo 3DS in his pocket.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's got a jewel pod.
Yes.
Oh, he
Oh my
vapes.
god, dude, he is ripping clouds like crazy.
No.
Chunky
vapes.
clouds.
He's not alive. He doesn't even cough.
You don't really cough when you vape, buddy.
Yeah, okay, I'm not cool. You've exposed me.
Does he ride on the clouds?
Fuck me. So he rips a giant cloud and then he hops up into the air and just kind of
Like
skates on it.
Like the
Yes.
Nimbus cloud.
This dude
Oh,
just
it's
puts out
beautiful.
dragon's breath and then just goes.
But he's still got his stick, right?
His stick is a jewel pod.
Oh, shit.
He just like rips off the top.
Just rips off the... No, I think he rips off the bottom. He has to hold it way out from his
Yeah,
mouth.
the only other idea I was going to say is he hops up on the cloud and then he uses his shepherd's crook
Well, he still
like
does that.
like a gondolier.
Yeah,
and, like, pushes.
I had that exact same
Yeah.
mental picture. He still does that, but the cloud does. He has to rip one off his stick and then jump on the cloud that he just ripped.
And then he can go.
And he goes.
It's the process is like 3 times longer than just jumping up and flying.
But it's so
but
cool.
He's committed.
It is so worth it because of how cool it looks. And then he's doing like kick flips and grinding on the air currents. And you know how Tarzan skateboards on the trees?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that, but on on
Yeah,
sweet
yeah. It's just
bong
tons of
rips.
stunts.
Okay. So what's our plot? What's he doing? How do we like teeth are getting rotted? Is the opening scene like Tooth Fairy goes to collect a tooth, or like a tooth? What are her little tooth fairies called? If not smaller tooth fairies?
I don't know if they ever refer to them.
Oh no, they have a name. Hold on, let me find out.
Rebecca totally wrote this down.
No, I have to Google this one. Little tooth people.
Little tooth people.
Hold on, let's see. Oh, they're just tooth fairies.
Okay, so they're all tooth fairies. Is she just the big tooth fairy?
Yeah. Remember how they're all technically part of her?
Oh.
So so like a little tooth fairy hummingbird goes and collects a tooth, but when it picks up the tooth, it goes like and like gets like something scary. It gets like black veins or like red eyes or something stupid.
There's like a virus, yeah, like a tooth zombie virus.
So then it brings it back to the main tooth fairy, and it like stings her when she has the tooth, and she's like, oh no.
And then she becomes corrupted.
And she says like it's happening again or something because.
So she shoots off a signal flare to the rest of the Guardians so they know something's up. But then when they come to investigate, does she live in
She's
a
already
castle? Is she in a tree? I think she's gone. I think the castle has been ravaged. And at some point, we're going to have to meet Soda and Candy.
Yeah, but not in the opening scene, obviously.
No.
And all the Guardians are on vacation because nobody works on Halloween.
Nobody? There's not a
Like
not a
the
Halloween
Easter
Guardian?
Bunny, Santa Claus, the official Guardians, none of them care about Halloween.
That's true. Why is there not a Halloween Guardian?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's where the Sprouses come in.
Oh,
Right.
shit. They're going to be made in. They are.
There
the
was
Halloween
a void
Guardian.
to fill.
No, are they already the Halloween Guardians that we're introducing, and it turns out they're villains, or are they going to be Halloween? Are they going to become good Halloween Guardians at the end?
So this is something the movie does not do a great job of explaining. Is that like the Guardians, like capital G, are like the Power Rangers, but there's tons of other supernatural beings that are not part of the Guardians.
Right. Okay.
Like,
so they're the Halloween ones.
Yeah.
And then I think next I got just getting a little ahead of ourselves. Next time we see the Tooth Fairy, she is just like slamming candy in her mouth and just chugging soda and just like manic the whole time. Like she is fucked up on candy and soda.
You want like
Yeah.
you want like 1989 Catwoman, like just wild.
I guess.
And the Guardians are like, Toothiana, what are you doing?
And she's just like wild-eyed, like M&Ms falling out of her mouth as she slams a Mountain Dew pitch black. And
We're going for the we're going for the ET budget on this one, just raking in all that Hershey's and Mars money.
yeah, I mean, you don't have to see the M's on them. It can be understood that they're either M&Ms or Skittles or both because she's so fucked up. She's mixing.
Oh my god.
Oh my
That
god.
actually sounds awful. That sounds so awful.
It's not, but she's so
It's
fucked
truly
up
villainous.
on candy and soda. So they're gonna find her in this state, and then Candy and Soda are gonna like come out of the shadows and reveal their plan. And Candy is, of course, like a golem of many different types of candies, and Soda is like a liquid boy who can slurp
He's
around.
like,
a
yeah, he can
liquid boy
slurp.
who can slurp around.
Yeah.
And they're wearing like neon, like Kid and Play or like crisscross.
Are they wearing Heelys?
They're like super vibrant.
It's like a pleather jumpsuit,
I was thinking they.
a big starter jacket.
Hang on, I gotta look up a starter jacket again real quick.
You when you see it, you know what a starter jacket is.
Mm,
There's no way you didn't know someone that had a starter jacket. It was ubiquitous.
Hey, Scott, quick question. Scott, quick cue. What is this goddamn photo you sent over?
That's just a result from the Google autocomplete Jack Frost and Toothiana. Jack Frost X. No, it was Toothiana and Jack Frost, where it's them in the forest hugging with the caption, "We are a secret."
I feel yucky.
Oh, there's a starter jacket.
I just sent you. So starter jackets, there is just one for every sports team in existence in that team's colors.
Okay.
Of just this like half zip pullover that was like part hoodie, part windbreaker.
Guys, Toothiana and Jack Frost really fucked up the internet. Like, there is so much fan art of the two of them.
Really? Because I feel like I've only ever seen Jack Frost and Elsa fan art.
Oh, shit. Did he leave Toothiana for Elsa?
We are not making a crossover series.
Yeah, I would rather not. Here's a Tumblr post that's just Jack X Tooth. And I don't want to.
God.
I don't want to. It's not even. Ugh. Okay, so Soda and Candy, what are their demeanors like? Are they both just hyper and crazy, or are they like weirdly?
See, I feel like Candy should be like hyper, and Soda should be pretty sluggish.
Yeah. Okay. Love it. Which and Rebecca, in your expert opinion, which Sprouse is which?
Are you kidding me with this? You expect me to know the Sprouses? Actually, the one that owns a cidery should be Soda.
Okay.
And then the other one that's on Riverdale is Candy.
You know that's Cole Sprouse. Don't act like you don't know Cole Sprouse is on Riverdale.
You got me.
I'm just going to make sure that those aren't the same Sprouse, though. Dylan Sprouse Cidery. It's a meadery.
Oh, meadery.
All Wise Meadery is set to explode in the mead scene. Ugh. Please do not, Dylan. Anyway, so Dylan is Soda, Cole is Candy, and so how do the Guardians respond to this new threat? What goes down? Where does the Tooth Fairy live? Where do they live?
You know what though? I
Tell
feel
me.
like Santa and the Easter Bunny are both like, yeah, we've been secretly working with these two because they make
shit.
our shit more effective.
Definitely Easter Bunny. Is Santa
Right?
on the candy game?
I would
guess
think so.
Yeah, shit. They're interested in well, so what's the plot here? What is their evil plot? What's their evil plot? Like, what are they in on?
They just want to have the teeth, right?
Oh, right. This is supposed to be about
Because
teeth.
teeth are money.
Because teeth are money. So they're...
For as far as Soda and Candy are concerned, this is just an elaborate heist.
Yeah, what if they are... So the Tooth Fairy just takes teeth, right? The teeth don't come from the Tooth Fairy in some weird way?
You are correct.
What if the Tooth Fairy, in her manic, crazy new state, she, instead of waiting for the teeth to fall out of the children, she has just started going and taking them.
Oh, before they're supposed to be taken.
Yeah, and so the rest of the Guardians are like, hey.
So the teeth aren't
That's not
rotting,
great.
she's just stealing them. And then we got
Yeah.
like bloody mouth kids running around freaking out because their teeth are gone. Oh, it's just a bunch of like do they call them the gummers? The gummies?
Ugh.
They all gums.
The gummies. And so the Guardians are like, Toothiana, stop it. And that's when Candy and Soda have come out of the woodwork, and they're
Yeah.
like, don't act like you're better than us. You know you've needed us for...
You've been profiting off of Candy for years.
And then Jack Frost is like, is this true? And they're like, yeah. And so it like causes a whole rift in the Guardian community.
Where does Sandman fall in this civil war? Team Frost?
Sandman has all but disappeared or whittled down to a tiny sand grain because the Candy and the Soda's keeping the
They're
children
keeping all
up
the
at night.
children away.
Because yeah. Oh.
Okay.
He's like a little tiny guy.
He's
like
just
he fits
a
in
single grain
like
of
he fits in
sand.
an hourglass.
Yeah.
And they carry him around and they're like, look what you did.
Look what you did to this sweet boy. And he's like,
Yeah, he doesn't make
What is he-
sounds.
I'm sorry,
so
what is he like?
he's like,
That's good. Is that you or your cat?
That's me. He's like, help me.
That's good.
It's like real tiny and squishy voice.
That's why they keep him in the hourglass too, because he's all vulnerable.
He's all kinds of vulnerable, emotionally and physically. So then how do they fix this? Do they have to go... I'm imagining an end scenario where after the Tooth Fairy is cured, they got to go put all the kids' teeth back.
Yeah, Santa takes a really big hit, only giving out toothbrushes next year.
Oh, for sure. So I think, do they kill Santa? Do they kill the Easter Bunny?
What I think has to happen is everyone has to own up to their shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the true story of transformation, is acknowledging that nobody is perfect, but we work hard every day to better ourselves.
Well,
Yeah,
remember,
right.
we
The
did
Easter Bunny starts giving out carrots and lettuce.
we did say
Santa-
we wanted to make a horror movie. Is that in line with the genre?
I don't even think our premise fits a horror movie.
Yeah, that's true. It's just we'll just do it in the creepiest way possible. I'm afraid
There's gonna be PG what do they call it, thematic elements for sure.
Like, you know how those children's movies from the 90s, like,
Yeah.
were ultra horrifying, but their intentions were good?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what we're going for. Cool. And this is again sponsored by the dental association, whatever, the dentists
The
of
ADA,
America.
right?
Thank you, the ADA.
The American Dental Association. Yeah.
At one point somebody's got to say 4 out of 5 dentists agree in this movie.
Yeah, it's like while they're fighting,
And then they punch Candy in the mouth.
like he's using Jack Frost is like using his stick to fight.
Did Jack Frost
and he
stick-
says like
does Jack Frost
4 out of 5 dentists agree that you need to brush thoroughly, and he just like smacks him on the head with a stick.
and either Frank, Rebecca, I need to know, does he replace his stick with a giant toothbrush?
Well, it was a jewel pod, remember?
Does he pull some fat cotton to make it look like a giant toothbrush?
I guess.
Frank,
You okay, buddy?
I'm holding on.
Frank, are you vaping right now?
Well, I
Okay. Are they gonna have to time travel, or not time travel, but portal travel around the world to like how?
Yeah,
are they,
there's all
how do they
kinds of-
cure the Tooth Fairy? I feel like that's our MacGuffin. Is how do we cure the Tooth Fairy? We've got to go get the thing. Is it a
The
toothbrush?
power of love.
Yeah, and we get Huey Lewis in there.
the guardian of Listerine.
So Rebecca, you want to make Jack Frost X Toothiana canon, is what you're telling me?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay.
I'm not happy about it, but it's the only solution I see.
So Jack's gonna smooch her on her teeth, and
or just the face.
Nope, right on the teeth.
right on the teeth, Frank.
Right on the teeth. So they've got to get her mouth open first.
Well, she's.
If I know one thing about Toothiana, her mouth is always open.
What does
For
that
the
even
for the
mean?
candy, right, for the candy to go in. Yeah.
The candy to go in. And then at one point, Jack Frost is like, "I have the sweetest gift of all," and
No.
she's like, "Yeah,"
More
and
candy?
she's like, "Yes," and it's a smooch.
It's just he puts his tongue in her mouth.
So we're going PG-13.
So do they go all over the world looking? So maybe they do collect.
She's like hiding in different zones.
I think they collect the physical power of love. It is a thing, but then of course Candy and Soda destroy it, and when all hope seems lost, Jack Frost consentingly plants one on her, and then it turns out that the power of love was inside of them all along. Is the little boy Jamie in this?
No, he's dead.
Oh wait, we got rid of him. Sorry, we got rid of him in our very.
Well, maybe he has a non-speaking role in the beginning, but then Candy and Soda just clock him.
Or I mean, we did set this in the future, right? Maybe he has grown up to become a dentist.
We did say that
okay.
we did get rid of all kids in our first segment.
Yeah.
What if he's
Yeah, there's just no children.
What if he's the first? He's like, after the Tooth Fairy goes nuts, he's like the first kid they find with all his teeth ripped out, just like laying in his room.
No.
And they're like, "Jamie, no!"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's a non-speaking role.
Yeah, it's a non-speaking role. It's just him, eyes rolled back, mouth agape. Have you seen those pictures where people Photoshop the teeth out of celebrities?
Yes.
No.
It's like that. It's wild.
I don't want to. Please don't send me any.
Oh, I'm gonna send you some. How do they? So then everybody owns up to their everybody owns up to their shit, and then Soda and Candy become good.
No, I think we have to like fully obliterate Soda and Candy.
Okay, because the dentist made this movie.
Because the dentist made this movie, yeah.
Yeah. Because then everybody stops believing in them. Because the Easter Bunny stops giving out candy and
Everybody
Santa stops
stops
giving out
believing
candy.
in dentists.
Well,
No, no. Well, no,
in
people
Soda
believe
and
in-
Candy.
Oh, and Soda
Yeah,
and
people
Candy.
believe in dentists.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh my God, Scott, why?
It's just a picture of Amy Poehler without teeth.
Ugh.
Okay. I'm sorry. This is one of the funniest things in the world to me.
I'm actually horrified.
Okay, are there any final things we need to put in this weird ass movie that we have made, or are we ready to move on to our final baby segment? I don't know what we call it. We need a food pairing. Is it just soda and candy?
Well, Mountain Dew Pitch Black.
Mountain Dew
Pitch Black. In memory of Pitch Black.
Mm-hmm. In memory. It still exists.
I meant in memory of Pitch Black, the character who died.
Oh, my bad.
Well, you do a Google search of celebrities without teeth, and it is a nightmare.
I guess earlier you accidentally invented mixing M&Ms and Skittles, so that...
Oh.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay, kids, do that. All right, well, thank you so much, everybody, for listening. That's going to do it for us. If you like the show, please tell your friends and give us a good rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Until next time, I'm Scott Owen.
I'm Frank Serra.
I'm Rebecca.
And that's Rebecca, who's here as my second best friend.
You're welcome.
Now that the two of you are here, I kind of want to shake up our password thing a little bit. So as you both know, we give our listeners a password. I want one of you to just say one word and the other to finish the phrase. Now it's a phrase password.
A passphrase.
A passphrase. So Frank, why don't you give us the first word, and then Rebecca, you'll give us our second word.
Frosty.
Teeth.
Yeah, it's gonna be teeth. And